What if the 2026 Dallas Mavericks aren't just winning games? They're redefining what an attack in basketball even looks like. This isn't about a single superstar lighting up the scoreboard. It's about a team so smart, so coordinated, and so unpredictable that opposing defenses don't stand a chance. This is the most insane offense in the NBA. In 2026, the Dallas Mavericks are redefining what a basketball attack can be. This isn't a team built around one superstar who dominates the ball or racks up points. Instead, their offense is carefully engineered, emphasizing precision, timing, and intelligence, where every player contributes to a system that's designed to overwhelm opponents from every angle. Fast breaks are seamless. Pick and rolls are executed with surgical timing, and every off-ball cut is part of a larger plan. The Mavericks' strategy is not reactive, it's proactive, forcing defenses into constant hesitation. Every possession becomes a puzzle, with defenders scrambling to anticipate movements that are calculated and coordinated. This attack isn't just about scoring points, it's about creating confusion, opening spaces, and exploiting defensive weaknesses. It's smarter, faster, and more unpredictable than anything most teams face. So who exactly makes this attack so dangerous? Let's start with the engine of disruption, Cooper Flagg. The Dallas Mavericks offense in 2026 isn't about flashy dribbles, showy dunks, or relying solely on athleticism. It's about space, timing, and high basketball IQ. Every player knows exactly where to be on the floor, how to react to defensive movements, and when to strike. Each possession is carefully structured, yet designed to look chaotic, an offense that thrives on unpredictability. Fast breaks aren't just spontaneous. They are anticipated and rehearsed in patterns that allow multiple scoring options. Delayed attacks force defenses to make decisions under pressure, often leading to mistakes that the Mavericks are quick to exploit. Every off-ball cut, every screen, and every pass is part of a system that keeps defenders constantly guessing. The Mavericks also emphasize read and react plays. Players aren't just following set instructions. They're analyzing, anticipating, and adapting in real time. If a defender overcommits, a lane opens. If a rotation is slow, a shot opportunity arises. This intelligence-driven approach turns a single play into a series of calculated movements designed to create scoring advantages. In essence, this is structured chaos, an offense that appears fluid and spontaneous, yet every motion is purposeful. Opponents face a wall of options, decisions, and reactions they can't predict, and the Mavericks capitalize on every misstep. And leading this chess match, Cooper Flagg, young, relentless, and impossible to predict. Cooper Flagg may not be the most experienced, but his IQ and anticipation make him look years ahead of his age. His defensive awareness allows him to anticipate passes, intercept the ball, and create immediate scoring opportunities. A single steal from Flagg can ignite a lightning-fast fast break, catching opponents completely off guard. His ability to read the game makes him a constant threat. Even when he isn't directly involved in the play, Flagg's off-ball movement is just as critical. He times his cuts to perfection, slips through gaps in the defense, and positions himself where he can maximize impact. These movements confuse defenders, forcing them to overcommit or leave key areas unguarded. Unlike many young phenoms who rely on raw athleticism, Flagg leverages intelligence and anticipation to stay a step ahead. His energy is infectious. He changes the pace of the game, pressing relentlessly on defense, accelerating fast breaks, and keeping opponents on edge. Even when the Mavericks have a comfortable lead, Flagg maintains pressure, ensuring the opposition never finds rhythm. His consistent focus and discipline make him an engine for the Mavericks offense, and his presence alone forces adjustments from opposing coaches. Flagg's style is calculated, precise, and unpredictable. Every defensive read, every cut, and every sprint is part of a larger strategy that fuels the Mavericks' attack. He may not always score the highlight reel basket, but his ability to generate opportunities, disrupt defenses, and control the flow of the game makes him indispensable. In short, Flagg turns defense into offense, chaos into opportunity, and uncertainty into advantage. His contributions may not always show on the stat sheet, but the Mavericks' entire offensive system thrives because of his influence. And at the core of this machine, Kyrie Irving, the wizard controlling tempo, breaking defenses, and orchestrating the attack. Kyrie Irving is recovering from a torn ACL, so he won't immediately lead the Mavericks offense in 2025-26. Even off the court, his tactical leadership is vital. Coaches and teammates rely on his knowledge to structure plays, manage tempo, and read defenses. Once healthy, Kyrie's return is expected to transform Dallas's attack, turning intelligence into execution and making him central to their future success. Kyrie's decision-making is second to none. He reads defenders' body language, anticipates rotations, and adapts instantly. A single hesitation from an opponent is enough for Kyrie to exploit a gap, either by slicing to the rim or finding a wide-open teammate. Unlike many star players who dominate the spotlight, Kyrie excels at orchestrating the attack without needing to score every possession. His presence allows others, like Cooper Flagg and Klay Thompson, to thrive within the system. Under pressure, Kyrie remains calm and composed, making clutch decisions in both fast breaks and half-court situations. Opponents can't predict whether he will accelerate or decelerate, making him a constant psychological threat on the court. Defenders overthink their positioning because they never know if he's about to attack the basket, launch a shot, or set up a teammate. Beyond his individual skills, Kyrie's vision turns ordinary plays into opportunities. Every pass is purposeful, every dribble is part of a larger plan, and every action feeds into the Mavericks' smart, unpredictable system. He doesn't just play the game, he reads it, anticipates it, and manipulates it, making the Mavericks' offense appear almost unstoppable. In essence, Kyrie Irving is the central hub of this 2026 attack. He transforms intelligence into execution, chaos into control, and opportunity into points. Without him controlling tempo and manipulating defenses, the Mavericks system would lose the precision that makes it so deadly. If you've enjoyed this video so far, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss more NBA content like this. But turning every opportunity into an unstoppable force requires an anchor, Anthony Davis, the defensive and offensive powerhouse. Anthony Davis is the player who balances the Mavericks' attack, turning fast breaks into unstoppable threats while anchoring the defense. His presence in the paint forces opponents to alter shots, often leading to missed attempts or turnovers. But have you ever wondered how one player can simultaneously intimidate opponents on defense and create scoring opportunities for his teammates? That's exactly what Davis does, game after game. Offensively, Davis is a master of pick and rolls and quick cuts. He doesn't need to score on every possession. His screens, movement, and timing manipulate defenses, opening lanes for Kyrie, Flagg, or Thompson. Every rebound he grabs isn't just a statistic, it's a new opportunity to attack, extending possessions and maintaining relentless pressure on the opposition. Davis also excels in translating defensive dominance into offensive advantage. A blocked shot or contested rebound can instantly shift momentum, triggering fast breaks led by Kyrie or Flagg. Opposing teams are forced into constant adjustment, reacting to Davis' presence rather than executing their own plans. Have you noticed how some players make the game look effortless while completely controlling it behind the scenes? That's Davis. His timing is impeccable, his anticipation unmatched, and his understanding of spacing turns simple plays into devastating sequences. When defenses collapse on him, the Mavericks are ready to exploit the gaps elsewhere, precision feeding into chaos. Simply put, Davis is both a threat and a stabilizer. He protects the rim, dominates rebounds, and strategically positions himself to create advantage. Without him, the Mavericks' attack would lose its structure. With him, it becomes nearly impossible to contain. And when defenses finally collapse under this coordinated pressure, they face one of the deadliest shooters in history, Klay Thompson. But can anyone stop him when he's this precise? Klay Thompson is the ultimate floor stretcher, the player who punishes defenses for even the smallest mistakes. Have you ever seen a player so precise that defenders hesitate just by his presence on the perimeter? That's Klay. His timing is impeccable, his off-ball movement calculated, and every catch-and-shoot opportunity becomes a potential disaster for the opposition. Isn't that crazy? Defenders are forced to overcommit, trying to cut off his shot, which opens lanes for Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, and even Anthony Davis. Klay doesn't need to create his own space, he waits for it. And when defenses collapse to stop him, that's exactly when the Mavericks strike elsewhere, turning defensive panic into points. His impact isn't just about scoring, it's psychological. Opponents know that even the smallest lapse can lead to a three-pointer, and that constant pressure changes the way they play every possession. Spacing is maintained perfectly, and the offense flows like a well-oiled machine. Every defender trying to stick with him risks leaving a teammate wide open. Isn't it wild how one player can have such a ripple effect? Klay's sharpshooting also allows the Mavericks to stretch the floor, keeping defenses honest. That extra space gives Kyrie room to penetrate, Davis room to maneuver in the paint, and Flagg opportunities to cut and disrupt passing lanes. His contribution is quiet, yet lethal. He doesn't need to dominate the ball to dominate the game. In short, Klay Thompson isn't just a shooter. He's a strategic weapon, a trigger for chaos, and a master of timing. Every possession feels like a trap waiting to snap, and every defense knows they're under constant threat. And keeping all this coordinated chaos together, a role player who quietly ties the attack together, PJ Washington. Can you imagine the difference a single versatile player makes in a system this precise? PJ Washington may not grab the headlines, but his impact is everywhere on the floor. Can you believe one player can influence both offense and defense so seamlessly? Washington's versatility allows him to switch positions, cover gaps, and read plays in real time, making teammates more effective in every possession. He excels in finding soft spots in defensive rotations, cutting at just the right moment, and creating passing lanes that others might not even notice. PJ anticipates movements and adjusts accordingly, ensuring the Mavericks' attack never loses its rhythm. Without him, the offense could descend into chaos, but with him, every cut, screen, and pass flows smoothly. Washington also plays a key role in transition plays, supporting fast breaks and ensuring spacing is maintained. His awareness allows Kyrie to push the tempo, Flagg to exploit defensive misalignments, and Thompson to operate with deadly precision. By filling gaps that defenders leave open, PJ maintains the structure and balance of a system designed to overwhelm opponents. Can you believe it? One player's intelligence and timing can make such a massive difference, turning individual efforts into a cohesive, unstoppable attack. His contributions may not always appear on the stat sheet, but they are critical for making this Mavericks team function at an elite level. With each player mastering their role, this team's attack becomes more than just effective, it becomes a perfect storm. But how do they all work together so seamlessly? When the Mavericks' 5 key players hit the floor together, something extraordinary happens. Isn't it incredible how perfectly they coordinate? Kyrie Irving controls the tempo, Cooper Flagg disrupts passing lanes, Anthony Davis dominates the paint, Klay Thompson stretches the floor, and PJ Washington fills every gap in between. It's not random. It's a system where every move feeds into the next, creating confusion and panic for opposing defenses. Fast breaks are executed with precision, but the Mavericks are equally deadly in half-court sets. Delayed attacks force defenders to make split-second decisions, while misdirection and off-ball movement constantly stretch and manipulate coverage. Every screen, cut, and pass is calculated, amplifying the team's collective intelligence. Defenders are rarely reacting, they're scrambling, and mistakes are inevitable. Data and video analysis show patterns emerging in the Mavericks' attack. They anticipate rotations, exploit fatigue, and use spacing to create opportunities that look almost effortless. The synergy between these 5 players means the whole is far greater than the sum of its parts. Even when one player is momentarily neutralized, the others adjust instantly, keeping the offensive machine running smoothly. Isn't it incredible how they maintain flow even under pressure? Their cohesion is a blueprint for domination. Every player understands their role, every movement has purpose, and the result is an offense that overwhelms, confuses, and ultimately dismantles the opposition. Watching them in action is like seeing a chess grandmaster control multiple pieces at once, anticipating every move, staying 3 steps ahead, and leaving the defense in chaos. Can any team match this level of synchronization and intelligence? For now, the answer seems to be no. The Mavericks aren't just playing basketball, they're rewriting the rules, showing how precision, strategy, and teamwork can outclass raw talent alone. This isn't just a great team, it's a blueprint for domination. But what makes it truly insane, and what comes next for this attack? Few teams in recent memory have played with this level of cohesion, and the 2026 Dallas Mavericks are showing just how powerful a united approach can be. Can you believe it? This team isn't relying on raw athleticism alone. It's smarter, faster, and more adaptive than any team before it. Their attack dismantles defenses not through individual brilliance, but through collective intelligence, timing, and synergy. Every fast break, every pick and roll, every off-ball movement is calculated to create confusion and exploit weaknesses. Opponents are forced to react constantly, leaving them vulnerable at multiple points on the floor. The Mavericks don't just win games, they rewrite the way basketball is played, forcing teams to rethink strategy, spacing, and rotations. The future implications are staggering. Other teams will try to copy this system, but few will master it. It requires players who are not just skilled, but intelligent, disciplined, and versatile. It demands chemistry, anticipation, and a shared understanding of the game at a level few teams can achieve. Can any team rise fast enough to match the precision and unpredictability of this Mavericks attack? For fans and analysts alike, the question is no longer whether the Mavericks can dominate, it's how far this attack can go before the world learns to stop it. Their offense is insane now, but with time, it could become unstoppable. Each player, from Flagg to Washington, contributes to a system that may set a new standard in basketball, one where strategy and intelligence surpass raw talent and spectacle. The 2026 Dallas Mavericks aren't just a team, they're a movement, a masterclass in precision, teamwork, and innovation. And for anyone watching, the message is clear. The future of basketball may very well be smarter, sharper, and more ruthless than ever before.